So in my next video that I'm going to upload after this one, we are going to practice cutting with spaghetti noodles. But first, I have to cook the spaghetti noodles to make them soft so that we can practice cutting them. So I thought that I would bring you into my kitchen and show you how I cook spaghetti noodles. Have you ever helped your mommy or daddy cook dinner or cook spaghetti? I used to help my mommy cook dinner all the time when I was your age. So, for the last couple of minutes, I have been waiting for my water to boil on the stove. So I'm going to show you. Okay, here is my very large pan of water. And can you see those little bubbles? They're all along the bottom of the pot, and they're even starting to release from the bottom and wiggle their way up to the very top, and you can kind of see them popping when they get to the top, and you can see some of the steam coming off. That means that it is very hot. So I have been waiting for this water to start boiling because our water has to boil before we put our spaghetti noodles in there. And when our stove is turned on, and we know that it's hot, so we need to be very careful, and we're not going to touch anything but the handles of the pot because those are not hot. So I thought that I'd show you what the water looks like right before it starts boiling. And this is how you know that the water is about to boil, because all of the little bubbles are at the bottom and they're starting to come up. They're starting to come up a lot faster. Can you see? Wow. So once more bubbles start coming up, and they start coming up very fast, the water will be boiling. And that is when it is time to put our spaghetti noodles in the pot. So I hope to be able to show you how to cook the spaghetti. So I need to find a spot to set up this camera where you can see. Let's see, maybe I'll put it over here. You can see my fruit over there in my toaster, and even some butter. What things do you have on your kitchen counter? Let's see, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see me if I put it there. But we'll try. Maybe we should move it to the other side. Not quite sure. But while I figure out where to put this, why don't you tell me when the bubbles start bubbling more. That way I know it's ready to put the spaghetti in. Let me see. You might be able to see me okay if I set you right here. Yes, I think that will work. Okay, so I'm going to tie my hair back so my hair doesn't get in the way, and maybe roll up my sleeves. And I think I'm going to put the lid on this pan, and when you put the lid on top of the pan like this, it traps the heat inside the pot. So that means it will get hotter faster, and hopefully it will start boiling very soon so that we can put the spaghetti in. So I'm going to grab my box of spaghetti noodles. I hope you can see that. You can. I have thick spaghetti noodles here that we're going to cook. And I think that I'm going to make the entire box because I think that I can have this for dinner later after we do our little activity with them. Now, before you do any cooking in the kitchen, what should you do? Do you know what your first step should be? It involves your hands. It should be washing your hands. Now, I already washed my hands before I started, but it's very important we have to wash our hands really good so that we get all the germs off so the germs don't get into our food. Okay, I'm going to take the pot off and see if it's started boiling yet. Oh, look at the water that it got on the lid. It's rolling down. Okay. It still is not fully fully boiling yet, but I think that we can put the pasta noodles in. So we have to be careful because we don't want them to splash in the water and for the hot water to splash up on us. So I think that I will pour them out into my hand a little bit. Take them out of the container like this and set them gently into my pot. Now I think you can even slide them straight from the box into the pan, but I just wanted to be extra careful not to make a mess. Okay, now though, you can grab one of your kitchen spoons, and the hot water will start making the noodles soft pretty quickly. So once they get a little soft, you can push them down further into the pan so the whole noodle fits, because these are pretty long and they don't fit right away into the pan. So they're starting to get soft. I hope you can see. And so I'm able to push them down further into the pan. I hope that you can see those. Okay, so now they're pretty soft, I can push them down into the pan so that the entire strand of the noodle can get covered by the water. Now this is a big pan, so it fits all of this spaghetti, but you can even use smaller pans if you're not going to make so much spaghetti. Okay, now I'm going to put the lid on for just a little bit and let them cook. And when they're all done cooking, they're going to take a few minutes, so our video probably won't last the whole time. But when you're done cooking, I think I need a bigger strainer than this. When they're all done, you're going to still have water left over in your pot, so you want to pour out the water, but make sure you don't pour out the spaghetti noodles into your sink, so you can use a strainer. So what you do when it's time to take the noodles out, you put your strainer in your sink, and then you would take your pot of noodles and pour them into the strainer, and the noodles will stay inside the strainer and the water will trickle out. And that's because if you can see, look, you can see through the strainer. So if I put my hand in here, you can see it in there. There are little holes. It's sort of like a net. It's like a metal net. And that's how the water gets out. But those holes are really, really small, so the noodles do not escape. Okay, friends, so that is how we cook spaghetti. And then when it's all cooked and you strain it and the noodles cool down, you can even add your favorite sauce. Some people choose red sauce and some people choose white Alfredo sauce. And there are lots of other sauces and toppings you can use with your pasta. So once our pasta is done, I'm going to do another activity with them. So once you finish watching this video, go check out that video. It's gonna be fun. Okay, if you have the opportunity to help your mommies and daddies in the kitchen while they cook, ask them if they need any help, because cooking is very fun, but always remember to be safe. Okay,